Myself Padmaja, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Now today we are going to discuss about the built-in string methods in Python. So let us see what are the string methods available in Python and how to use those methods. So first of all, how to create a string in Python. So string literals can be created using single quotes, double quotes or triple quotes in Python. Now single and double quotes are used interchangeably for string creation. Similarly, triple quotes are used when the strings are written in multiple lines and it is without using the escape sequences. Now, the string objects are immutable in Python. That means once the string objects are created, it cannot be modified. So, this is the nature of strings in Python. So, please remember that these strings can be created using single, double or triple quotes, and triple quotes are used whenever the string length is more than one line and string objects are immutable in nature. Now, let us first see how to create string using single, double and triple quotes. Some examples. For example, S1 is a string written in single quotes, that is hello. So, you can create a string within single quotes. So, a string is nothing but a group of characters enclosed within quotes. So, here we have used single quotes and we are printing this string S1. Similarly, in the second example, S2 is a string written that is in double quotes, that is Python. So, this is also valid way of creating. So, single and double quotes we have used and we are printing the string. Similarly, in the third example, S3 is equal to welcome to Python programming is written in multiple lines. So, when multiple lines are used, so you can use the triple quotes. So, we are printing the string S3 and we are getting the output here. So, here S1, S2, S3 are the three examples where the string objects are created using single, double and triple quotes. Now, similarly, if you will see the raw string of it, if the S3 is a raw string, so you will see that between the lines there is /n, that is the escape sequence is already there. That means it internally stores the escape sequence /n, \n, to store multiple lines. Okay, so S3 is known as the raw string format. But if you will see internally how these strings are stored, the raw string for S2 and S1, if you will see, S2 string we have created using double quotes. But if you will see the raw string, it stores internally using single quotes only. But whenever you create strings, double quotes are allowed, triple quotes are allowed. But if you will see the raw string formats, then you will find that it stores using single quotes only. But all the three quotes are interchangeably used. Now, let us see some examples where you can how to concatenate two strings or how to replicate a string multiple number of times. So here we will try to understand the plus operator and star operator. Here the plus operator is called the concatenation operator and star operator is known as the repetition operator. So let us see some examples how to add two strings and how to repeat a string. So here S1 is a string containing hello, S2 is another string containing Python and S3 is a string containing welcome to Python. So there are three string objects are available. Now if you will do S1 plus S2 plus S3, that means all the three strings are combined together and you can see the output here. So all the three strings are combined. Similarly, S1 into 3 if you will do repetition, that means star operator is used for repeating a string n number of times. So here the n value is 3. So the string S1 is repeated 3 times over here. So this way concatenation and your repetition operator is used in strings. Now if you want to display the codes, appropriate codes in strings, then how to display it? Let us see some examples. Suppose I want to write hello Mr. John. So I have written this string in single quotes. You can see that in the print format, quotes will not come. But whenever you see the raw string, then quotes will be available. Now, if you will see, if you want to see the quotes, then how should you write it? In the print method. So print how are you, Mr. Sam I have written. But I want to enclose Mr. Sam within double quotes. So for that, you have to use the backslashes. You have to use backslashes. So within backslash, I have written in double quotes, I have written Mr. Sham. So this, whenever it will display this string, it will display how are you, then Mr. Sam will be in double quotes. So you should understand that for showing the appropriate quotes, you must use the backslash symbol. Then similarly, third example is happy to see you is a string which is given in double quotes. When you print it, then this string will come as it is without any quotes. So because it is a formatted string. Now similarly, if you want to see double quotes like I am loving it if you are writing, you can also write like this. So these are the different examples for displaying the quotes in your strings. Next, one of the fundamental operation in string is to do slicing. So slicing is nothing but extracting a part of the string or extracting a substring from the main string. So how to do slicing? For doing slicing, the colon operator is used very popularly in Python. So the syntax for slicing is the string name followed by within square brackets. You have to write down what is the start value from where you want to start slicing, what is the stop value, and what is the step size. So start, stop, and step are the three parameters which are used for doing the slicing. But all these three parameters are not mandatory to write, and later we'll see the different examples. If you will write only start value, then what will happen? If you will write only stop value, then what will happen? If you do not mention the stop value, then step value, then what will happen? We will see some examples of slicing. So the start and stop values here indicates that the slicing will begin from start value and it will end up to stop minus 1. Okay. Whenever it will reach to stop, it will stop slicing. So you will get the number of characters up to stop minus 1. Okay. Now, similarly, if you do not mention the start value, by default, it will take your 0 as the start value. Okay. If you do not mention the step size, then by default, it will take 1 as the step size in Python. Now, let us see some examples of doing slicing in Python. For example, S1 is a string containing welcome to Python. Now, if you will count the string length, if you will check the string length, it is 17 characters. So, if I am writing S1 and I want to do the slicing from 0 to 17 with a step size of 1. So, here 0 is nothing but my start value and 17 is nothing but my stop value and 1 is nothing but my step size. So, if we will mention here, then from 0th index, the indexing by default always starts from 0. So, from 0th index up to 16 character, the string is displayed. Now, in the second example, hello Python is the string and we want to start from 0. The start value is mentioned at 0 and you want to stop at 12. So, it will stop, it will display this string up to stop minus 1 always, that is up to 11th character and with a step size of 2. Okay. So, that means alternate characters you will get it. That means first character, 0th character you will get, then you will get the second character, then you will get the 4th character and so on. This is the way it will jump. So, you can see the output is first your H is there, then E has not come, then L is there, then O has come and so on. So, this is called the stepping. So, step size by default it is 1. If you want to change it, you can change it also. Here we have changed to step size of 2. Now, in the third example, S3 is equal to core Python is the string and we have not mentioned any start, stop and step value. So, only you have written the double colons. That means by default, it will take start value as 0. Okay. If stop value is not mentioned, then it will take the entire string it will take. And step value, if you have not mentioned, then by default, the step value of 1 will be taken. So, based on these criteria, it has printed the entire string. Starting from 0th character till the end of the string with a step size of 1, it has printed the output as core Python, the string as it is. Now, in the next example, suppose the start value is 2, stop value is 4 with a step size of 1. If you will mention like this, then starting from second character up to second, third, it will print and when at the fourth character, the string is going to stop. So you can see over here, so W is there at 0th index, 1 is there, E is there at first index, L is there at second index, C is there at third index, and O is there at fourth index. So we have written starting value is 2. So starting index is 2. So it will start from L. And ending index is 4. That is stop index is 4. So it will go up to stop minus 1. So it will display up to L and C. Second and third characters it is going to display. Now let us understand the next one. Now in this we have mentioned that colon 2. That means start value is not mentioned over here. No start value. So by default it will be treated as 0. And no stop value means the entire string will be taken with a step size of 2. So with this way, different examples you can understand in Python. Now similarly in the seventh example, you can see start value is not mentioned. So it is 0. Stop value is 4 and step size is not mentioned. So step size is 1. Now negative indexing can also be used in Python. So negative indexing is nothing but you can read a string from left to right. So whenever you will read a string from left to right, the index always starts from 0. But negative indexing is also allowed in Python where you can read a string from right to left. So here in this example, welcome to Python string. So here based on the negative indexing, the index number for n is -1, the index number for O is -2, the index number for H is -3 and so on. So this way, right to left, a string can be read. So we can use the negative indexing also while doing slicing. So you can see over here that start value is -4 and stop at your -1 with a step size of 1 only, always from right to left. So in this criteria, your starting value is -4. -4 is nothing but this is T. Then -1 it should stop. So THO is the output of this example. Now in the next example, you can see the start value is given as -6 and stop value is not given. So it will take -6 to entire string it will take, and with the step value is not given means by default it is step of 1 only. So you can see here -6 is nothing but index value for P. So Y is -5, then T is -4, then H is -3, O is -2 and N is -1. This is the way it will count. So starting index is given, ending is not given means it will take the entire string from -6. So Python is the output over here. Now similarly all the three values also you can take negative. Here start, stop and step size, all the three values you can mention negative and you will get the reverse of the string over here. So these are the different ways of doing slicing in Python. Now let us discuss about how to compare the strings. So to compare the strings, relational operators are popularly used. So the result of comparison will be either true or false. That means two strings are equal or not equal. True or false is the result. Okay. Now the Python interpreter compares the strings according to the English dictionary order. Now if the two strings are there, one string is box and one string is boy, then the string box comes before the string boy. Why? Because it will check character by character. So the first character B and B, it is matching. Then it is in the dictionary order. They are same. O and O are same. But if we'll see X and Y, then X appears before Y. That's why the string box comes before the string boy. So we can say that the first string is less than the second string. Now let us see some examples. First string is box, second string is boy. If S1 double equals to S2, that means you are comparing both the strings are same or not. So both the strings are same or not. So the output will be both the strings are not same. Because according to the English dictionary order, the box is the first string is less than the second string. Now you can see in the second example, S1 is bomb, S2 is board. Now S1 is less than S2. So you can match here B and B both are same. O and O are same. But you will see M and R. then what will happen? That the first string is less than the second string. In the alphabetical order, first string is less than the second string. So you can see here B is less than E, M is less than R. So the output will be, if S1 is less than S2, yes, S1 is less than S2, that is true. That is true. So this way strings can be compared in Python. Now let us discuss about the special operators which are used in strings. Now first operator is called concatenation operator, that is plus. We have already discussed about concatenation operator. Next operator is called repetition operator, that is star. If you want to repeat a string n number of times, you can use this operator. We have discussed it. Now next is called slicing. So slicing with colon, that is range. If you want, then you can write slicing with colon. We have discussed just now, where we have given the start, stop and step values. Otherwise, you can do normal slicing based on a particular index. Then the membership operators are there in and not in. Let us discuss about the examples of membership operators in and not in, which is used in strings. Suppose S1 is a string containing welcome. S2 is another string contains welcome to Python. Otherwise, we can directly write S1 in a bigger string welcome to Python. S1 contains welcome, a substring. This substring is present in this main string. So you are using the membership operator in. So membership operators always returns true or false. So output is true. In the second case, S1 is welcome. So we are checking S1 in yoga for body and mind. In this particular string, in this string, S1 welcome is not present. So it returns you false. So like that, not in also can be used. S1 not in food for body and mind. So it is true. Yes, it is not there. So S1 not in welcome to Python is false. So in and not in are used as the membership operators to check whether a particular substring is present in the main string or not. Now, whenever you write these strings and you want to display it, there are a number of string formatting operators are used. So the string formatting operator in Python is called the modulus operator. Using the modulus operator, you can do different ways of formatting in Python. So the table shows here the table shows what are the different format symbols we can write in our program. So if you will write %C, percentile is called the format operator. %C, then it represents a character. %S, it represents a string. Similarly, %I, it represents a signed decimal integer. %D, it represents a signed decimal integer. Then %U for unsigned decimal integer. %O for an octal integer. Small x and capital X for hexadecimal integer per number. And small e, capital E are using the exponential form of a floating point number. Your %F is for floating point number. %G and G is used also for floating point numbers and in shorter form. So these are the different formatting you can use in Python. And let us see some examples using those formatting. Now, if I am writing the first alphabet, I want to print it. That is, I can write your percentile A. Directly I have given the character here. So percentile A. So this value will be printed as a character here. So percentile C is the format that we have used over here. Similarly, if you want to print a string, so you can give the format as percentile S. So instead of percentile S, the string Rubina will be printed. So my name is Rubina is the answer. So similarly, if you want to print the height, so you can write percentile, a particular height value. This is an integer value. So it is a decimal integer. So here it will be printed. Similarly, if you will give 65 and you write percentile U, so it is for unsigned decimals. So it will display the unsigned decimal 65 over here. Similarly, if you want to print an octal number and you can write the format as percentile O for printing the octal number, you are writing modulus 77. So 77 is by default a decimal integer, decimal number. So when you write percentile O, then it will convert the decimal into octal, then it will print. So 77's equivalent decimal octal number is 115. So it is printed. Similarly, if you will give a number called 255, which is a decimal number, it is a decimal integer, and if you are writing percentile x, small x or capital X, then it will convert the decimal into your hexadecimal form and then it will display it. So in hexadecimal, it is FF, and in capital X if you will write, then it will be printed in capital, so it is capital FF. Next, percentile E, so exponential notation, you can see that there is a floating point number. This float point number will be represented in exponential form. So it is 1.23 something e to the power of 4. Similarly, you can write small e is also capital E or small e. You can also write only the percentile F. So the string will be, it will be printed as it is, but after decimal 6 places it will be displaying. Similarly, your shorter form if you want, then you can write percentile small g or capital G. Then we have seen the examples of how to do formatting for these strings. Now let us see what are the escape sequences available in Python. So escape sequences are \n for new line, double backslash, then for single quote you can write backslash with a quote, then for double quotes you can write backslash with double quote, then for ASCII bell, for bell symbol \a, \b is for backspace, \f is for form field, then r is for carriage return and so on. So these are the escape sequences available in Python. Let us see some examples of escape sequences. Now, if I want to display the string in 2 lines, so I can use the escape sequence \n. So hello \n students if I am writing, then after printing hello, the control will automatically go to the new line and it will display students. Now, next is if you want to mention the backslash, so it will display like this. Similarly, if you want to write the single quote \single quote, then single quote will come in the output string. So if you want to write that life should come in single quotes, then you can write \single quote, then the string life, again you should close it with \and single quote. So if you do like this, then for this string life single quote will appear. Similarly, you can go for double quotes also. Okay. Now, similarly, if you will write \a, then bell symbol will come, one small pip voice will come, sound will come, and then hello will be printed. Similarly, you can go for carriage return, you can go for double quotes, \double quotes, you can go for /t, tab space will be there between the 2 strings, then /v you can go for, and the hex representation, hex quotes also you can use it. So these are the different examples of escape sequences used in Python. Now let us discuss one by one the built-in methods. First method is called find. So this particular method will find the position of a substring within a string. Now if the substring is not present, it returns -1. If the substring is not found, otherwise it returns the first occurrence of the substring in the main string. Let us see one example. Suppose S1 is a string containing hi, bye, bye. S2 is a string containing bye. Now I want to check whether the substring S2 is present in the main string S1 or not. Then you can write like this: S1.find, print S1.find of S2, 0. So if you will mention this, you can, in the find function, there are 3 arguments. One is called the string, which you want to find in another string, and what is the starting index and what is the ending index. So if you are mentioning 0, that means it says that starting from the index number 0, you start searching for the substring S2 in S1. So the bye is present and its index number is 4. Second time, in the second example, we are writing S1.find S2, 5, 12. That means we are mentioning the beginning index is 5 and the ending index is 12. End index is 12. So you can mention from where to where you want to check for the substring in the main string. So you can see that. So at 8th position, because already the first time bye is present at 4th index, again second time it is present at 8th index. So from 5 to 12, it is present at index number. The second occurrence of the bye is at 8th 8th index position. Now, similarly, there is another method called rfind. Now, this is similar to your find method, but this will give you the last occurrence of the string. It will return the position of the last occurrence of the string. So, the arguments are same. You can provide a substring, you can write down the beginning index and you can write down the ending index. Let us see one example. S1 is a string containing hi, bye, bye. S2 is a string bye. Same example you have taken. Now, if you will write S1.rfind, S2, 0, starting from beginning index only you are mentioning, but it will show you the last occurrence. So, last occurrence for bye is 8th. From 8th index, it is available. Now, next function is called starts with. So, if you want to check that whether a particular string starts with another substring or not, so you can check it. So, it returns true if the function begins with the given string, otherwise it returns false. So, starts with takes 3 arguments or parameters. One is called the string, then beginning and ending positions. So, let us take the same example. Hi, bye, bye is the first string. S2 is bye. Now, let us check if S1 starts with S2. So, what it returns? Starts with always returns true or false. True or false. So, if it starts with bye, then it will return true. So, you can find the answer that S1 begins with S2. That will be the output. Otherwise, it will say that S1 doesn't begin with S2. So, starts with function returns true or false. A similar function is available that is called ends with. If a particular string, you want to check that the main string is ending with this particular substring or not, then you can write. So, the syntax is similar. Ends with the string you provide and you give the beginning and ending index positions. So, here we are seeing that S1 ends with S2. Yes. So, if it returns always true or false. So, the answer will be your S1 ends with S2 is true. So, you are getting the print message S1 ends with S2. So, here we learned 4 methods, that is called find, then rfind, then starts with and ends with string methods. Let us discuss some more methods. Now, if you want to convert a string into uppercase or lowercase, or if you want to check whether the string is in uppercase or lowercase, then these are the built-in methods available in string. Each lower and each upper, these 2 methods will check whether a string is in uppercase or lowercase, and it will return true. If the string is in uppercase, then each upper will return true. If the string is in lowercase, each lower will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. So, similarly, if you want to convert a string from uppercase to lowercase, then you can use the method lower, or vice versa, then you can use the method upper. So, let us see the example. S1 is a string containing hello Python. Now, you are checking this particular string is in lowercase or not. So, S1.isLower, this particular method will return true or false. So, if this method returns true, then we can write that the string is in lowercase. Otherwise, the string is not in lowercase. Similarly, in the next example, S1 is hello Python already given in uppercase. So, we are checking S1 is upper. That each upper is returning true or false. So, here in this case, each upper is in uppercase, so it returns true. So, we can print string is in uppercase. Now, in the next example, the lower method will convert this string into lowercase. So, here the given string S1 is equal to Python is in uppercase already. So, if you write S1.lower, it will automatically convert into lowercase. Similarly, in the last example, the given string is already in lowercase. If you want to convert into uppercase, you can simply write S1.upper and it will convert into uppercase. Now, similar to upper and lowercase methods, if you want to change the case, there is a method available called swap case. So, this swap case method will change the uppercase character into lowercase and lowercase to uppercase. So, you can see this example. Welcome to Python. So, here some of the characters are in uppercase, some are in lowercase. So, if you do swap case, then alternatively uppers will convert it into lowercase and lowercase will be converted into uppercase. So, this is the output of this. Now, similarly, you can change a string into title case also. So in title case, you can see that this is a string. So in title case, the first character, first letter will be always capital. So you can see for the 3 words welcome to Python, first letter is capital, remaining all are lowercase. This is called the title case. So for each word, the first letter is changed or converted into uppercase, remaining are lowercase. This is called the title case. Next method is how to find out the length of the string. So length of the string is you can find out using the built-in method length. So you can see here welcome to Python is the string. So length of S1 will return the exact length. So here the length of the string is 17. Now next method is called count method. So this count method will count the occurrence of a substring in the main string. That means a particular substring is present how many times in the main string, it returns you the count value. It takes the arguments, the string begin starting from which index position to ending with which index position. You want to count the number of occurrences. So see the example. S1 is a string containing I am happy because others are happy. So if you want to check the substring happy, how many times happy is present, it returns you the count 2 times. So you can also mention along with the string, if you want to mention the starting and index or ending index position, you can also mention. So happy from starting index 0. Then happy is checked from starting index 0 and it will find out how many times it is present. So it is 2 again. Similarly, if you will write 0, 35. So in this range, how many times happy is present? So it is present 2 times. So the beginning index and ending index are optional. If you want, you can mention it. Now, there are some formatting functions which are available in Python, and first one is called the center method. So this particular method will center a particular string. So if you will write like this, suppose a string is welcome to Python, and if you will write s1.center 25, star. So you know that the string length is only 17 characters. The string length is only 17 characters. Now I want to center this particular string and I want to extend the length of this string to 25. So the remaining places will be filled from both the sides with star. So this is a special character we are providing here, and this is the total length we want, that the total length of this string should be 25. So you can see over here, welcome to Python will be centered first and the remaining beginning and ending is filled with stars. So now the total length of the string is up to 25. Similarly, if you want to do left padding or right padding with a particular or special character, then you can use the methods ljust and rjust. So this particular method will returns a new string by padding the characters to the left side or right side using ljust and rjust. Let us see the same example. If S1 is a string containing welcome to Python, if you want to do left justification, the entire string length you want to change it to 25 by doing left padding with the star symbol. That is any special symbol you can take. So you can see here, welcome to Python is coming, then the left justification is done, then the right side the characters are padded or added. Similarly, whenever you do right justification, the string is printed right side and the before spaces are filled with stars. Now, let us discuss some more methods like called isAlpha, isAlnum and isSpace. These are the methods which will check, isAlpha method will check whether a particular character is an alphabet or not. In the string, it returns true when the string contains only alphabets. Otherwise, it returns false. So, you can see S1 is equal to Python is a string. S1.isAlpha, that means this particular string contains only alphabets. So, it returns true or false. Similarly, S2 is another string containing the numbers only. It's a number string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you will check is it isAlpha, that means it contains only alphabets. So, it returns false. Similarly, isAlnum returns true when the string contains alphabets or numbers. Otherwise, other than alphabets and numbers, if anything else is present, then it returns false. S2 is a string, contains Mickey. Then isAlnum, it contains alphabets and numbers. Yes, it is true. If you will take hello 123, it consists of alphabets and numbers, then also it will return true. So is alnum returns true or false by checking whether it contains only alphabets and numbers or not. Then is space, this will return true when the string contains only spaces, otherwise it returns false. So here let us check with an empty string. So take S1 is equal to one empty string you take, and then check S1 is space, it containing only spaces, so it will return you true. So these three methods will return you true or false only. Now let us discuss about some more methods which are available in strings. One is called join method. So this particular method joins a sequence of strings which is given in the argument. Let us see how to join. Now, for example, S1 is a string containing welcome to Python. S2 is a string, only underscore is there. Now, I want to join the string S1 with S2. So, S2.join of S1 I can write, or S1.join of S2 also you can write. Okay. So, when you join, you can see that character by character, the string S2 is joined with S1. Similarly, join can be used by taking a tuple of strings also. So, in the second example, this is called a tuple of strings. So, where three different strings are given, welcome, then to, then Python. It's a tuple. Now, if you will write S2 join S3, then what will happen? S2 is joined with S2 is nothing but underscore, and joined with S3, then all these three different strings are joined with underscore. So, this is the way join is used. Next is called strip. So, if you want to delete all the leading or trailing characters which are given in the argument, then you can stripe it off or you can strip it off. So, how? You can see S1 is a string containing leading and trailing stars. This is a special character. If I want to strip it off, so I can simply mention S1.strip of which character you want to strip it off. I am mentioning star over here. So, it will strip both sides the special character star. Now, similarly, if you want to strip only from the left side or from the right side, then you can use lstrip and rstrip also. So, the syntax is similar. Then, if you want to find out the minimum value of a string and the maximum value from a string, then it returns the minimum ASCII value of an alphabet it checks, and among in the string is nothing but a group of characters. Which character is having the minimum ASCII value, it returns that. And max of string will return you the ASCII value of the maximum alphabet. So, you can see here ABCD is a string. The minimum of S1, minimum ASCII value for A is your 97. A is 97, you know that. B is 98. So, C is 99 and D is 100. So, the minimum value is 97. So, it returns A only. If you will check minimum value in Rama, so you can check for R, A, M and A, you will know that for R, the ASCII value is less than the lowercase characters. Similarly, maximum value for ABCD, the maximum value is for D, and for CMA, the maximum value is for M. So, in this way, it checks the ASCII value of each character and then it shows which character is having maximum or minimum value. Then, we have some more functions. One is called replace and then expand tabs. So, replace the substring with a new string in a given string. Replace method can be used to replace a substring in the main string. For example, S1 is a string containing beautiful world. S2 is a string contains beautiful. S3 is wonderful. Now, we can write S1.replace S2, S3, 1. That is starting from index number. Starting from the first one, you can replace the string S1 with wonderful and world. Okay. So, the output will be beautiful has replaced with wonderful. Now, expand tabs, you can do it. It will replace all the tab characters with the white spaces or simply the spaces. So, in your system, the tabs are configured with either 4 spaces or 8 spaces, or you can configure how many spaces you want to give for a tab. So, if you want to expand tabs, then you can see it. For example, Python /t programming is given. So, /t is one tab space. So, this is the raw string, if you can see it. Now, if I am doing S1.expand tabs is the method. So, what is the tab size? If the tab size /t is 4 spaces, then it will be separated by 4 spaces, expanded by 4 spaces. If you will define the tab size, you take it as 10 spaces. This is, you can mention the tab size to be 10 spaces here. Then you can see that it is expanding both the strings in between, it is creating 10 spaces. Similarly, you can expand tabs up to 20 spaces. Then you are defining the tab size to be 20. Then between Python and programming, there are exactly 20 spaces. So this is the way the expand tabs method is used in strings. Now, apart from the built-in methods which are available in Python, you can also use the logical operators in strings. So we have 3 logical operators in Python, that is called AND, OR and NOT. Logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT. Let us see how to use it. Now, so if you will do, your S1 is an empty string, S2 is a string, a valid string, that is Python. Now if you are doing S1 and S2, then AND operator will check when empty string means it is false. This is S1 is false and S2 is a valid string which is true. So false and true is false. So it will give you the result as an empty string. Okay. Similarly, whenever you do OR operator, S1 is your false because it is an empty string, but S2 is true. So whenever you do OR, then when one of the input is true, the output is true. So the output is Python over here. Okay. Similarly, NOT operator, NOT of S1. So S1 is false. So NOT of S1, negation of S1 is always true. Okay. So similarly, you can try NOT for NOT of S2 also you can try. So where S2 is already true, it's a valid string, NOT of S2 will return you false. So this is the way the logical operators can be used in strings. So thank you so much. So in this video, we have learned about the string method, built-in string methods in Python, and also followed by the logical operators used in strings. Thank you so much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.